Okay, we are excited about this season, I can promise you. I know every coach probably says that. But there's a high level of energy on our staff, our players. There's just a buzz around our building. Of course, our Butts-Mehre building is under construction right now. We're working out of trailers right now, but we're just we're ready to start camp. We're ready to get prepared to do battle, and it's a great league. A lot of great coaches, a lot of great players, and just a tremendous challenge. So we're going to be challenged like everybody else to get after it, but I feel really good about where we're at right now.
How do you feel about being the dean of SEC coaches?
I hear that. I don't really. I'm the dean in that if you're talking about one school, continuous time at one school, but I mean, Coach Saban's been 10 years. Coach Spurrier has been in the league longer than I have. I think Houston Nutt's been in the league longer than I have. So I don't really feel like the dean. So, but it's great to be at Georgia. It's great to be going into year 10. It's an honor and a blessing for me and my family.
Coach, certainly some off-the-field issues, the issue with the athletic director. How do you handle all that stuff with your kids?
Right. Well, if you're in the business of working with people and in the business of working with young people, then there's going to be things that happen. I mean, it's natural. Anybody who was a teenager or anybody who did go to college knows that, usually you kind of make mistakes along the way in life, but hopefully you grow from them. And so, there's going to be things that happen all the time. And sometimes it's not just a guy making a mistake or misbehaving. It might be some young man, like we had a player, Sean Williams, who's, one afternoon he gets a phone call and finds out that his mom and dad's home, burnt down to the ground. And, so you're always dealing with something with people, and, somebody's grandparents are sick, or somebody's, a friend of the family died, or whatever it is. There's so many things going on. It's such a great dynamic working with 125 guys that there's always going to be something going on. But, I feel like that's part of our jobs as college coaches, to help these guys through these times, to, if they're going to make a mistake, let's teach them, let's educate them, let's help them grow from it. We had a guy, Daniel Ellerby, a couple years back. He had a DUI. He got in a car wreck. He was pretty close to finding his way out the door, but I sat down with him. I said, son, you have damaged your reputation. You've damaged Georgia's reputation, but, you've not destroyed it. Your life's not destroyed. And if you would just get your act together from this point forward, you'll still be able to realize every dream you ever had. And sure enough, he got his act together. He got his degree, and, he's playing for the Baltimore Ravens right now. He probably didn't get drafted as high as he wanted to get drafted, and a lot of it probably had to do with the mistake that he made. So he did pay a consequence even beyond what we dealt out to him. But he recovered from that, and now he's doing extremely well. And so that's the kind of thing that you're trying to do. Some guys will make mistakes where it's to the point where they don't deserve to be on your team anymore, because it's a privilege to play for Georgia. It's not a right. But it's hard to help a guy if he's not there either. That's kind of how I look at it.
Coach, there's a big offensive shootout with Arkansas and Georgia last
Right.
year, and high expectations from the two teams. Talk about
Right.
how pivotal that game is going to be.
Oh, it's a huge game. It's a huge game. It's early. The one thing is it's not a division game for either team. So, but as we know, it does count in the SEC record, and you're trying to get to the SEC championship game. So it's crucial. It's early. I don't know if it would be fatal for either team not to win it, and it wouldn't guarantee a trip to Atlanta if you do win it. So, but it's big. It's big for momentum, and really it's hard to overcome early season losses and still make it.
Coach, what about a duly led Tennessee team
Right.
coming to play between the heads?
Well, I know Derek. I've got a high regard for him. He's a highly intelligent man. I think he's a man of character. I think he's the right man for the job there. I don't like it as much as I used to now that he wears orange all the time. I used to be Barbara Dooley's favorite head coach in the SEC, and now I don't think I am. Number 2 at best, but I think he's going to do a very good job, and we're always excited when Tennessee rolls in, but with Derek, I'm sure there'll be a little bit more excitement to it.
Hey, Coach, the fans have such a short memory. Just a year, you were talking about excitement coming into it. That
Yeah.
you have to remind them that Georgia is an SEC contender. A national
Oh, no, they know. They know. There's a few knuckleheads out there, but, you know, our fan base, they're jacked up. They're ready to go. They're ready to support their team, and you know, they're very loyal to their team. And, you know, when fans voice their opinion, that doesn't bother me. You know, they love their team. They care about their team. A lot of them just want to know what's going on. Some of them want to try to help. Very few times is somebody just vicious, and if they are, I kind of feel bad for them anyway, you know. They probably need to get a little more perspective on things, but it's just part of the business.
On that note, Coach, college football is such a what have you done for me lately, you know, business.
There you
Feel
are.
any added pressure? There's always pressure.
No.
We know that. Do you
No.
feel any added pressure this season?
No, sir. You know, my job is to focus on the right things, and for me, it's, you know, I want to show up every day with a good attitude. I want to work as hard as I could possibly work, do the best job I can do, and then anything after that, you know, I truly trust in the Lord to take care of me. You know, so I got peace that I'm on the right track, doing the right thing, and that I'm doing. I have this job for the right reason, and that's the welfare of the players and the excitement of the competition. But you know, my job is to serve our players. My job is to serve our coaches and try to, you know, serve our university and represent it well.
In light of the topic of the agents coming up throughout, yesterday and
Right.
today, would you rather have gone on day one, or do you like going on day two?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. You know, this is an interesting thing. I mean, look at this room. I think when you know, years ago, Claude Felton was telling me, our sports information director, that there was a caravan of media that would go to the different schools, and you wouldn't even be able to. This is probably double the number that used to go around to talk about these our season and our team. So it's an exciting day. It's a fun day.
Mark, is it a little unsettling to hear that the NCAA is going to start asking some questions?
Well, I'll say this: I can't answer any question in regard to that, but I've got a lot of faith in our young men, and you know, right now, just because someone's coming in to look doesn't mean that they're going to find anything. So, you know, we'll just wait and see what happens.
AJ has said that he wasn't at that party. You believe what he says?
Well, I'm not going to make any comment in regard to that.
Talk about him as a player.
But I will say, yeah, AJ. I think AJ is a man of character. I think AJ is a wonderful kid. I think he's one of the better leaders of our football team, and he's an extraordinary receiver. I've seen a lot of great receivers in the years I've been coaching, and he is as good or better than any of them. He's a problem for people. I mean, he's a problem.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Yes, sir.
Coach Rick, I was just wondering who your favorite fullback is in the SEC.
Yeah. Well, I really think Fred Munsenmeyer is more. No, I would have to say it's a tie between Sean Chappis and Fred Munsenmeyer.
That's me.
Alan doesn't count, you got to get it.
I thought that was a good question.
Coach, talk about changing quarterback.
Changing quarterback or just having Murray there? Well, Aaron, I got a lot of faith in Aaron. Aaron is he's a great leader. He knows how to prepare. He's ready, as ready as you can be without living it out. He's got to experience it now, and that's where, you know, Coach Bubble and myself have to be wise to not get enamored with how well he'll answer a question in a meeting and how well he knows the system and all that, because he still hasn't gone through the emotion and the physical beating, I guess you could take sometimes out there. So he's got to learn to deal with the pressure of being the man, But he's surrounded by a bunch of good players, and I think he'll do fine. Someone else had one?
Coach, talk about the veteran receiving corps. How will that make the quarterback transition?
Well, I'll say this real quick. We've got a bunch of veteran linemen, tight ends, receivers, backs around Aaron. It's going to really help him. As far as receivers go, A.J. Green, very proven. Chris Durham, in my mind, is a proven player, coming back off an injury. Tavares King proved that he can play in this league. And then there's other guys that are, beginning to blossom at the receiving corps. But when you throw in a Orson Charles and an Aaron White at tight end, you got a pretty good receiving corps. He's going to have some tools to work with. Okay?